Okay, we got the holes cut and everything's templated out, cut just like it should be. And
how'd I do?
looks pretty good, Steve. Looks really good. This will all look nice once it's all done up, though.
We'll bolt it down, and I'm just gonna weld it, and then I'll take the bolts out.
Oh yeah.
When we get it back for powder coat, I'll put the bolts back in.
Yes.
The oven will probably melt the nylock that's on all the nuts.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Then it'll look fresh, like it's bolted on, but it's permanent. Same with everything on the back. We'll probably weld this beam on there too.
Yeah.
Not the center part, but with the frame.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
A little more rigid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the tilt truck feels pretty good, but
oh yeah, tilt truck.
This thing will never go back to how it was before, anyway. No,
not at all. It's not gonna ever be restored back to stock. You're stuck with a resto mod.
If you want a different truck, buy another truck.
Buy a whole new frame. Yeah. We need to get that whiz wheel out.
Yeah, once this thing's gone, then it's on to the cab. You said you might want to take this one off.
Or
should we just leave it?
I don't know. I think we can probably leave it. We just need to clean it up a little bit. It cleaned up decent on the underside with some cleaner.
Yeah.
It just, obviously needs to be redone. Gotta make this one perfect. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know whenever I post a new video. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel today. Today's video is brought to you by the fine guys at HP Tuners with this new MPVI 2 Plus programmer that we're going to be using on the ZR1500 build. We can actually use this with our iPhone or Android functional phones or tablets, so I'm pretty excited about using my iPhone and being able to change tunes with this. We'll talk more about this throughout this video series, but want to thank the guys at HP Tuners for hooking us up with the new HP Tuner stuff, the latest and greatest from those guys up there. So thank you. Speaking of HP Tuners, look at that. Steve's got his HP Tuner shirt on today.
Oh yeah, these are nice.
Yeah, they're good material too.
Yeah,
you can get those on their website. You want to rock the HP Tuner stuff?
Yeah.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
If you were lucky at some of our events, they were giving them out.
Yeah, you're right. So what do you got going on in the truck today?
If we get gas, I'll just finish the rest of the welding.
Nice.
And then next, we got the mounts on. We're going to have bolts. We'll get the transmission on the engine, and we'll get it over here and basically mock up where our crossmember needs to be. And then that'll be the rest of the welding.
We'll probably have to try the headers on too to see if we need to trim.
Could I be included?
What you got, Curtis?
Don't forget your HP Tuners RTD devices for the Ford products.
Oh yeah, we can't forget the Ford stuff. Curtis loves dealing with the Fords.
Yeah.
Now, Curtis, you have to use these on every Ford that you do, right?
On all the late model Fords.
Nice. And
we are going to be getting our private label killer performance.
Oh yeah, we need to. Yeah. So, Curtis, how do you guys like using the RTDs? Because on our GM side, we don't use those. So
it's been a change for us. It works so well. Obviously, HP Tuning's the better tuning that we've had best luck with. Yeah. Once we go to the new wireless, it's going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah, which was what I just had in my hand on the video. Yeah.
Yep. Will be great.
Nice. Okay, we got the C-notches in. We got it grounded off on the frame here, and we're gonna start. Yeah, so we're gonna weld all this stuff on. Got the bracket here.
Yeah, I got it all cleaned up and took the undercoating off.
Yeah.
From behind it.
Oh yeah. Good clean weld surface.
That way, because I don't know in the powder coat booth if it's behind here after it's blasted, is it gonna melt out of there with the coating? Yeah. So I cleaned it all off, cleaned the edges. Just do some good stitch welding. I might just weld it the whole way. Same with the front.
Oh yeah, those look nice.
And then also with the nylock nuts, that might melt those.
Yeah.
So we'll just weld it and take all the hardware off.
Yeah.
Powder coat it. Then when it gets back, we'll put all the hardware back on.
Nice.
I think we'll bolt these on and just leave them.
Yeah.
Those can get powder coated.
Hell, they already came powder coated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last ones didn't even come coated.
So once we get our transmission bolts, we'll get that hanging, and then we can get our cross member in.
Yeah.
For that? It's solar.
Oh. New solar panel?
All right, so we are gonna weld the whole thing, right, Steve?
Yeah, might as well. Full weld, probably on the inside too.
Dang.
Oh,
Getting crazy
Looks
over
pretty good.
here. Yeah, it does.
It's gonna be solid.
Yeah, no, it ain't going nowhere.
Looking good.
Oh, yeah. Taking pretty much the extra mile this time versus the ZL 1500 truck. Not that the ZL 1500 truck, that was a nice looking truck. Not that the ZL 1500 truck wasn't done properly, but we're just kind of learning stuff that we wanted to do on the last build and implementing it in this build. And one of them is we're welding on all of the QA1 brackets onto the frame versus just bolting them on this time. Being that we put the suspension kit on the frame last time after it's already powder coated and everything, and obviously we didn't want to weld on that and mess up the coating. So this time we're doing it before we take the frame to powder coating. And here's what we got going on so far today. All right, so we got a couple of the brackets welded on here. Steve did a pretty good job just MIG welding that on the frame. Looks
Came out
good.
pretty good.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Getting all welded. Have you done any of the front stuff yet, Steven?
No, we ran out of gas.
Ran out of gas.
We were cutting it close anyways.
Yeah.
But I had to get some done.
Yeah, we got some on the way though, guys.
Yeah, you can see it was kind of getting... I mean, it's going to be solid either way. But
Oh, yeah.
this side was way better.
Oh, yeah, it looks good. Nice job.
And Curtis had to get his hands on it on the other side.
Oh, Curtis did some welding too.
Yep. Had to see if he still had it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's on there. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, on one side of that one.
That's pretty good
So
for
we'll
MIG.
weld that. Yeah. Some thin wire. So I'll weld each side of this beam here. Weld each side here. And then most of the perimeter of the front brackets.
Yeah. And it's going to look so good.
And this will all be welded in.
Sweet. I like it. Are you going to weld the motor mounts too?
No. Me and Tim talked about that. Probably don't do that in case we ever needed to change them for whatever reason.
Yeah, you know, maybe we'll swap a big block or something. You know?
But no, yeah, we'll just keep those on
Yeah,
there.
no, that makes sense.
I'll leave those bolted on and they could just get re-powder coated with the frame.
Yeah. Man, it's looking
But
good.
it's about there.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we have the LT5 and the 10L90E 10-speed transmission basically ready to be dropped into the frame right now. And I think everything's going to go really well. We have the teal truck in here, so that way we can pretty much measure everything off of it and make sure that we're on the right track on this truck. So here it is. It's a good looking setup. Okay, so we got right here, we got an LT5. I know it doesn't look like an LT5, but that's because it's naked right now and it doesn't have the big giant LT5 supercharger on it. But this is a brand new GM Performance LT5 crate engine. We're actually going to be doing some modifications to this thing. We're going to be putting a lower ATI pulley, custom ground cam in it, dual valve springs, trunnions, everything. It's already got DOD delete on it, so that's really good. But this thing's going to pump out probably over 900 wheel horsepower once we're finished with it. And then we got the brand new 10L90E 10-speed transmission. This is the exact transmission that you find in the new ZL1 Camaros. This is also brand new from GM Performance. So ready to rock and roll. We got them both mated, and we got the motor mounts on the frame over here. This is going to be all of our bracing that holds the transmission, everything. So it's going to be like a big giant brace that goes right here. It bolts in, but we're going to weld a lot of it in, and pretty much getting ready to get this thing lifted up on the cherry picker, and we're going to pluck it right down on the frame. Once we get this finished up, everything welded, bolted in, welded, all that good stuff, the frame will be ready to go over to sandblasters and powder coat and get all finished up and make it look brand new again. Got the front tower braces welded on. These are made to be bolted in, but we went ahead and just welded them on just to make it even more sturdier. And once everything's powder coated and everything, this wall looked like it was basically made on the frame. So that's pretty cool. Pretty excited to see this frame all done up and powder coated for sure. All right, we got the Dirty Dingo motor mounts on, the LT5. So that is ready to go on. We are going to be deleting this oil cooler off of the block just for room purposes. We're not going to have room for that on the truck, which we don't really need it. We're not going to be road racing the truck, so we should be good there. Right now, we're getting ready to get this brace mated to the frame. So that's what we're working on now, which would be this brace here, which acts as our transmission cross member as well. Okay, we got the brace in, and right now we're working on getting this stuff tacked up. That way we can make sure everything fits good, because this brace is going to go over to here, that one's going to go over there, and then that transmission mount will sit right in the middle. So that's basically the last piece of the puzzle here before we get this thing coated. Here is almost a finished project. We got it tacked in place with how we need it to go. Obviously, we don't have the mount or the drive shaft looped on yet. We need to get this LT5 and 10L90E transmission set down in its resting spot here before we get everything done as far as the coating wise. But it's going to be good because we can actually get the frame and everything powder coated with this on there versus on the ZL1500 we pour 15 it because the frame was already done when we did this. So this is going to be nice. It's all going to be one coat. It's going to look basically like it came this way.
We'll take the center section out. The pucks will be welded in.
Yeah.
And then we'll get this powder coated separate.
Oh, okay.
That way,
nice.
Same deal with the hardware nylock nuts.
Yeah.
So it'll all be the same color.
That's
and
true.
It'll still be able to bolt in if we need to pull the transmission out.
Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll work then. Shoot, yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
well,
get a roundabout spot. They give you, yeah, it's right there. One side's extra long, depending on which way it needs to be. Obviously, it's probably going to be centered, but he left one side long.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
it'll
awesome.
tack up, and then we'll figure out the height for the drive shaft loop because.
Did that
here.
one fit a lot better than the last one, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I didn't even have to cut on it.
Yeah, remember the last one we had to cut like crazy?
It wasn't square at all.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was trying to be up here on this.
I
bend of the
remember that,
frame.
yeah.
Was
So
way
this
too
one,
long.
so props to you, Elevated Concepts. This one
Yeah.
fits a lot better than the last one.
Yeah,
so
it square.
He's
and
probably got it figured out now.
We got the gussets. We didn't get that with the other one, and the loop.
Cool. Yeah, no, the loop will be nice. I always worry about that on the ZL truck, especially drag racing it, that drive shaft's gonna slingshot through my floorboard.
Yeah, we'll add it.
Yeah.
If we can get one.
Yeah,
But it's got to be. So we'll have to cut this off. This hits, and probably take the blanket off. This hits the cab.
Yep, I remember
That's
that.
how close it is.
Yeah, it's.
So the loop's gonna have to be just barely high enough to clear the drive shaft.
Yep. But if I remember right, that deal touched right on this thing right here. See, this comes that
one.
Yeah, that
One
comes down about 1/4 of an inch right there. So if that wasn't there, it'd probably clear. But it just so happens to be that sits right there. But that's the only thing you gotta do. I mean, it fits right in this tunnel. No modifications.
We couldn't even make it lower because we made, it's square on the bar and then the thickness of the mount, so there was no way to go down.
No, I'm excited.
So-
We'll get this thing set down in here and shoot, man, we'll be taking this over to the powder coating people tomorrow.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get close without hitting those jack stands. I move them back.
Oh, yeah. Man, it's going to be really close.
Might have to go.
All right, there it is, guys. LT5 sitting in the chassis for the first time. And good news, the oil cooler fits just fine. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what it's like with the headers.
Yeah, once the headers are in, we might be able to save it because we have an old heat exchanger from Nemo.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to...
And just plumb the coolant in it.
Yeah.
Easy. We can get the fittings.
Yeah.
And,
it'd be pretty cool to keep the oil cooler on if we can. Yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is they just tee it into the lower hose.
Yeah, I remember that.
To go back into the system.
Yep.
So
fits good though. That oil pan, that's the factory LT5 oil pan. It fits perfect.
So you don't have to have the swap pan.
Well, we couldn't use it anyways because we have to have dry sump.
Yeah.
So the
oil change will be fun if you see that front bolt.
Yeah, I know.
That front drain bolt.
I saw that. But we got enough room for the adapter plate that goes on there, and then the fittings for the dry sump. So that's good. 10-speed.
Probably have some nice fittings.
Looks good on there. Cool.
Yes, we'll just get it centered and straight, and then we'll just need our two trans mounts.
Yeah.
To figure out how high it needs to be, and then we'll tack it all.
Yeah, and what he's talking about in the 2 trans mounts, guys, is this 10-speed uses a pretty crazy mount to mount it to like a normal like poly mount, but it's got to have the bracket for the factory 10-speed on it.
Yeah, the factory 10-speed, I guess it's a mount cross member for the Camaro, is 2 parts.
Yes.
So there's a part that bolts to this.
Yep.
And then there's 3 bolts to the cross member. We just need this bottom part with 2 wings on it.
Yep.
And it has a hole. And then this will be here. The mount will bolt to this, and then they'll have a bolt that goes through the top of this mount into that poly mount.
That works. Should we see if we can find the headers? And
I haven't been able to find them yet.
so on the last truck, we use these same headers. These are Speed Engineering headers. These are for a C10 LT swap, but with just minor modifications, they do work on the OBS swaps. So we went ahead and went with those again because there's really no other options.
Custom is the next option.
Yep. And we do have some high flow cats that we're going to be putting on this to make everything emissions legal.
Couple bolts.
You know, this LT5 isn't a bad deal, Steven, whenever you figure it's got the LT5 high pressure pump, all the LT5 injectors in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's $2,000 worth of stuff right there.
Whatever those cost.
Then the harnesses. So it's nice that the crate motors come with all that stuff on already.
All the coils. Get the coils. It even comes with AC Delco spark plugs. Ooh. Maybe no oil cooler.
Yeah.
She's in the way.
It's probably easier to delete it anyways.
Yeah.
Who needs that plug?
I remember we had to shave a little bit right here on the front.
Yeah, but remember we shaved it, but then once we moved the motor and trans where we needed it, it didn't even need shaved at all.
So we'll take the cooler off first. It might just plop right
I think
in there.
it'll fit without the cooler on.
Yeah.
Because this side was the side that fit really easy. The other side was the side that needed some massaging.
We'll see how it fits because it was really close to that stock.
Yeah. Try the other side now and see how it is. I mean, you can't beat those headers, Steve. They're like $400 and they're stainless steel.
Yeah, it's right on.
Man, there's no way. Yeah, because remember we had to really bash that side in.
Really massage that side. It lines right up.
Wow.
Well, hopefully if we move the engine, it does.
Man, you can't beat that.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's the only thing, Steve. We got to make sure that that's where that transmission's going to sit, because that'll change the whole angle of everything.
Yeah. It is close. It might need a little massage once it's bolted down, but I spent hours on the teal truck trying to get it to fit, not rub.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. That's good.
Yeah. That's the one good thing about solid mounts, though. Once the transmission's mounted, that motor is going to be there. It's not going to move. So we're going to take the oil cooler off because we're getting a little bit of clearance issues right through here with the headers, and I don't think we'll be able to keep it, which it's okay. I mean, it really does not need an oil cooler. I mean, yeah. We're not taking this thing to the Nürburgring or anything, so I think we're good.
Just our local drag strip, if we had one.
Maybe the Mexico. Take it to Mexico. What I think we might do is I might just order another set of the 5-spoke fronts, the 20s.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the bead locks on this truck.
Okay.
They'll fit with the big brakes too. This thing's gonna need some tire, big time.
It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the plugs. Where's the plugs go?
Right here.
Yeah. So
Just a big Allen plug in the
I'll
block.
go up and get one. I got the size and everything we need, so we can probably. There's probably one on one of those other motors over there.
Yeah, that 6.2 we have over there.
Yeah, because it didn't have an oil cooler on it, did it?
No, it was out of a Camaro.
Yeah.
Just the SS.
Yep.
A lot closer.
Oh yeah, just right there. The good thing is we can cut that thing now before it gets all coated and everything.
Yeah.
And we got a plasma cutter.
Oh yeah. Way faster than
Yeah.
the grinder.
Yeah. All right, guys, check back with us in 2 minutes. We'll have this thing clearanced out.
Yeah, quick little snip.
Yeah. All right, guys, that'll do it for today's episode. If you like the ZR1500 build, which I'm sure a lot of you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you can keep up with the latest episodes of all the ZR1500 build videos that we're going to be putting out and all the other stuff that we got going on here on the Stain Killer Productions YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.